All right, so today is Friday, February the 14th of 2025. Happy Valentine's Day to you. If you are celebrating with family, friends, loved ones, be careful, be safe, celebrate well. If you're celebrating by yourself, happy Valentine's Day to you also. Spoil yourself today a little bit, grab you something good to eat, order you a little special gift or something, you know. Just definitely wanting everybody to feel loved and happy this holiday. I am actually sitting here doing a update on this lifestyle diet change thing that I've been doing. So in my other videos, I went through 4 weeks of liquid diet, and my last update, I do believe I was, let's see, I started at 215 5 weeks ago, and this last week was my first whole week with blended pureed foods, and the end of my week 4 of liquid diet, the last weight check-in that I did, I do believe I was at like 198.6. So I have not done any kind of updates this whole week on this blended or pureed stage. So just to do an overview real quick, I did 2 weeks of liquid diet, which is the pre-op diet before you get a gastric sleeve. And then I did another 2 weeks of post-op liquid diet after a person gets a gastric sleeve. Now, I did not do the procedure. I did not get a gastric sleeve. I'm just actually following the diet and the eating habits of a person who has had gastric sleeve. My results are probably not as drastic as somebody who has actually had the procedure, but they have been very, very good so far. This has been just like a reboot for me. Learning again about healthy eating, portion size, and stuff like that. The phase that I'm in right now is phase 2. I'm in the blended or the puree week. That's 2 weeks after the 4-week liquid diet. And things that I'm eating now are like blended and pureed lean meats, turkeys, chicken, scrambled eggs, cottage cheese, yogurt, soups and that are thicker, that actually coat a spoon. If you dip a spoon in it, it'll come out coated. So stuff like that. And today's weigh-in. All right, so during this last week, I started to do exercising. I started to do a 3-mile, kind of like a cardio walking program. And it's on YouTube. It's somebody, Leslie S. It's walking 3 miles. She has a couple different videos, 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, I think 5 miles, something like that. But her 3-mile videos, I do believe there's like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different ones. I have been doing those 5 out of the 7 days this last week. And it has really, I didn't want to start with the one mile or 2 mile because I had done her program before in the past, and I felt like I was able to just kind of jump into the 3 mile. I even went out and bought little 1-pound weights because in some of the videos she works with some weights. But doing the exercise on top of, you know, the diet now, it's amazing. I feel wonderful. Even after this first week doing the exercise, I've been doing the exercise 5 days straight and then off 2 days. If you know about the walking program, again, it's a walking and kind of like a cardio. You're doing a lot of different moving. I also, today is the 7th day of my first week. I did start doing a little bit of treadmill. So I would do the 3-mile program, which is about, depending on the video, 42 to 48 minutes. After I did the video, today I started doing like 30 minutes on the treadmill at a low speed just to kind of do a cool down and, you know, So I'm working in the treadmill now. So today is the end of my first week. What am I weighed at? Today I weighed in at 195. All right. So 195, 205, 215. You do the math. I'm down 20 pounds. Okay. Now that is when I weigh myself first thing in the morning in my birthday suit without eating or drinking anything. During the day, I know that I will put on weight because again, I have to get dressed. I got my pants, my clothes, my shoes, all my underclothes and that. And then I start drinking. I drink a lot of fluid still. And got some dirt on my table. I gotta put it down here in my, I just did a gardening video. I gotta get the dirt back in my garden trays. So during the day, I will probably put on another 2 pounds because of all the liquids that I'm taking in. And when I eat, because again, I'm starting to incorporate solids. Throughout this whole diet, I have not seen almost anybody talk about going number 2, okay? And I finally found out kind of why. Whenever they talk about going to the bathroom, they really don't say anything about going to the bathroom or bowel movements. They mention something called stomach dumping or just, you know, dumping. And basically what that means is when something hits your stomach, it actually goes through your system really, really fast, and whatever's in there just wants to come out. So I guess it's a censored way of saying, I'm having diarrhea, I need to go to the bathroom now. So stomach dumping is basically like that. It's basically where you're almost at the point to where you're going to soil yourself. All right. It's not pleasant at all. It happened a little bit, you know, when I had my liquid diet, but now that I'm starting to incorporate solids, it's kind of happening a little bit more frequently. And I have designated my bathroom down here on my main floor as mom's bathroom. Nobody is allowed to go in there. Nobody is allowed to use it, because if I'm down here and I need to use a bathroom, and when I say need, it's like go. If you don't go now, you're going to end up going and changing your clothes and taking a shower because you're going to mess yourself. That's how urgent it is. If you're going out, make sure that you do not eat before you go out. Like if you need to go to the store or something, don't eat. Wait until you get home, because you'll eat a little bit and then here you'll feel a little bit better and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to the store, and then it'll hit you. And if you do not have a bathroom close to you or readily available, you're going to have problems. So please, please, please keep that in mind if this is something that you are doing. If you do have a gastric sleeve or any kind of like that, when you start incorporating blended and, you know, solid foods again, please remember not to eat before you go on an outing. Make sure that your system goes back to normal before you do that, because you are not going to be able to hold it. And I'm saying that from experience, because when I was on the liquid diet, it was kind of hard. But now that I'm eating a little bit more now, it's like, oh, go. So that's one thing that I see it's kind of a little bit censored, but definitely make sure that you are not eating when you want to go, or if you're going out to eat, especially when you're in this part of the diet. I would suggest making sure that you're close to the bathroom. Make sure that you have wet wipes and stuff, kind of like a baby by you, because once it hits, and it will hit, it is going to be awful. Okay, so eating. This week has been pretty hard because I have had to reevaluate my serving portion size. Okay, so while I'm on this diet myself, Nobody else in my family is. So when I'm still serving everybody's food, I'm giving them like the scoops of here, scoops of there. Probably 2 or 3 days ago, I actually served myself more than I should have. So I was trying to start with like smaller portions in that, which I'm trying to do. And you need to chew whatever you're eating, even though it's supposed to be blended and pureed, chew it really, really good. And take your time chewing. You know, don't scarf it down. I'm going to say I scarfed mine down for sure a couple times, and I felt really nauseous and sick, and it felt like acid reflux. Very, very bad. So take your time. Also, when you're incorporating food, do not drink while you're eating. Slot yourself a time on when you're going to eat, and quit drinking about 30 minutes before that. Sit down, enjoy your food. Don't try to rush and scarf it down. Make sure you have time to sit down and enjoy your food, all right? And then don't drink again for another half hour if you can. Maybe take a couple sips of water, but you want to make sure that you are just basically having at least 30 minutes to eat your small portion of food. If you feel full, stop. And I say that, but I'm guilty of not doing that. Bad habits, bad habits, bad habits. So, when you are trying to eat more than you should, you will start feeling very full. You will start having gas. You will start burping. You'll have acid. You'll feel very uncomfortable. So having like little measuring cups or little spoon sizes and that you can kind of keep track on how big your stomach is going to help a lot. You want to make sure that you are eating some protein, and you want to make sure that you're eating that protein first before your starches and all that kind of stuff, because you want to make sure that your body gets that protein. So if you have a meal, like for instance, I had some pureed chicken and some mashed potatoes, and what else did I had? I think I had like really, really, really soft and like smashed asparagus. I needed to eat my chicken first, and that took longer to eat than anything else because the chicken is like fibrous and that, so that took longer to eat. The mashed potatoes went down pretty fast, and the asparagus went down pretty fast. But you need to make sure that when you're full, you stop. Pay attention to your portion sizes. You know, just because everybody else is eating all of this food does not mean you should or you can. What else? Doing exercises while I'm on here. I do my exercises early in the morning after I get everybody out the door, and I'm still in a fasting mode. I do my exercises before I eat. I exercise while I'm fasting. I will have my water, or if I'm needing a little bit of something, I will have one of my juices. But I am in a fasting mode when I do my exercising. It just helps me get through the exercising more, because I've noticed that after I eat, if I'm a little bit more physical, like for instance, I'm starting to do gardening stuff, I'm doing stuff with my dogs, when I eat, and if I start kind of like doing things, it upsets my stomach. And I feel like after I eat, I should have like an hour or so to let whatever's going on in there happen, instead of me like jumping around trying to do 3-mile exercises or getting on the treadmill. But I have started to notice a little bit more of a change in my body. I've noticed that my my chest is not as full as it used to be. I've noticed that I have definitely lost some chin and some cheek. Nothing super drastic or, you know, anything like that yet. So that's still, you know, and this last week, I'm not gonna lie, because I have introduced solids. It would kind of go, when I was doing the scale, it would go up a little bit, down a little bit, especially when I didn't go to the bathroom, like for 2 or 3 days, and I was holding on to that solid whenever I first, you know, started to get my solids. It was like I wasn't losing, I wasn't gaining, it was just kind of like there. And then when you clean yourself out, it, you know, you do see that. So your body is going to want to hold on to the solid foods because you've been so long without solid foods that it wants to keep it there. So you definitely do have to help your body clean out. You definitely have to make sure that you're either taking a tea to help, or coconut water, or you know, a little laxative pill, something that helps keep you regular, just as long as your stomach isn't doing any kind of dumping. You don't want to have your stomach dumping and put a laxative on that. You only want to use a laxative when something isn't happening. Okay, so this last week, I'm not gonna lie, my up day, down days, it was shot to shit. When I was on my liquid diet, up day and down day was very, very easy. It was pretty easy. This last week, I did not really do a down day. I actually stayed kind of in my up day the whole week, 1,200 to 1,500 calories, not going over that. But it's been an up day this whole last week. And it was just kind of weird because I was listening to my body, and, you know, steaming vegetables or having protein that actually wasn't sucked through a straw. My body was like, this I like, this I like. So it was really, really hard to fight regular eating, okay? So this whole last week, because I also did, again, put exercise in it, I was staying around the 1,200 to 1,500 calorie days. Did I want to go over? Absolutely. I mean, there were times when I was just like, I want that. I want this. But when I was looking at my Lose It app, I was already at the top of my calories. Also, I think that because I've been doing my exercises earlier in the morning, I have been eating around 11 or 12 o'clock. And usually when I was on my 4-week liquid diet and I wasn't doing anything, I would not eat until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So my eating has become a little bit earlier. And I'm going to try this next week to push that back. And instead of eating, I'm going to try to, you know, just drink a little bit of a protein shake or something to keep me from eating until later, because I don't want to set myself up for failure. I want to, this last week, I want to learn what I'm doing wrong, what's going right. So I'm going to still keep doing my exercising. I've still got to do my exercising early in the morning, because if I don't do it early in the morning, it's not going to get done, because I have dogs that I have to take care of. I have a house that I need to kind of clean and keep up. I have stuff I need to do, cooking, making other videos. I have things that I have to do in life. So I cannot just simply say, hey, I'm going to exercise later. I will exercise after everybody's off of work or off to work or off to school. I got to keep myself focused on that. So I am going to start back on my up day, down day this next week. Tomorrow is the first day of my 2nd week. So I'm going to start with my up day, down day again. And I'm going to start doing, like I said, a protein shake or just something to keep me from eating earlier, because that is definitely going to mess me up. Like I said, this whole last week, I did not have a down day. I was just, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I started an exercise regimen. I started it at a pretty bit brisk exercise program. You know, if it was something that I was doing like smaller or lower, then, but that's part of it. So I've got to be smart about this. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I am got my second week of blended purees coming up. Going to still do my 3 mile exercise cardio program, 5 days a week, off 2 days for recovery. After I do my 3 mile, then I'll hop on my treadmill for about a half an hour on just a low speed, half a mile to a mile, maybe just something to keep me cooled down and walking and moving. Yeah, but I'm very happy right now with all of my results, and I just look forward. I am probably going to have a couple hurdles, which is something that, you know, it happens. Today being Valentine's Day, I'm actually making my family dinner. I've got them some pan-fried chicken. I'm making some Cheetos, macaroni and cheese, some mashed potatoes, and I do believe some chicken rice. So I'm making them a good meal, and I can eat some of that. For instance, the chicken, I just got to blend it up, beat it up, get it pureed, and, you know, very soft. The mashed potatoes I'll be able to eat. So, you know, I'll smash me up maybe a little portion of macaroni and cheese. So the urge to eat is there, and it's coming back, and I'm not going to fail at this. I am going to, this is work in progress. I want to keep going forward. I want to keep having success, and the only way to do that is to kind of look back, see what's going on, what's happened, and adjust. So that's what I'm doing now. Scrambled eggs, my gosh, I have just been killing eggs lately. It's crazy. I'm just like eggs. So that's been really good. After this next week, then I will be moving on to the soft diet, which is 3 months, and I will make it to there. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and in this video, I will do another update at the end of my second week of the blended puree part of this step 2. And we'll see what happens between now and then. But I thank you for watching. And if you're interested to see what I'm doing, I have a playlist that says, gosh, what did I call it? Challenging myself for a better me. And it starts off from the very beginning, when I was 215 pounds, starting the 4-week liquid diet. I show you everything that I was doing, everything that I had, went through everything. There are a lot of shorts. I did a lot of shorts to do daily updates. And then I sat down and did some bigger videos doing like milestones, kind of like today. So if you're interested to kind of go back and look, you can. And always comments are appreciated. You know, definitely nice, kind, respectful comments are the best. And if you like, subscribe, leave a comment, it is so appreciated. But with that, I will say thank you. Again, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.